We begin with breaking news. Police chased down a suspect who stole an ambulance.
Eyewitness News reporter Henry Ramos is live for us near where it all ended on the I-10 West and Loop 410 interchange. Henry.
Well, Jeff and Sharon, I'm just right off the frontage road, and this is certainly something that you don't hear quite often, right? A stolen ambulance involved in this chase. But I want to show you really the aftermath here of what we're dealing with right in prime time of rush hour. You can see that traffic is all the way backed up here on the frontage road off I-10, as well as Interstate 10 West. It's really kind of a stop and go situation as we speak right now. We do have SAPD that is on scene, that is back here trying to monitor the situation. But really, if you know of anyone who is heading this direction, you want to give them a heads up. And we're going to get to Stacia Wilson in just a minute, who is monitoring this all on the maps. But really, the focal point of what you just suggested of where this all ended is just right back that way. This is about as close as we can get for you guys. But I want to show you, we are live over the scene with Chopper 5 to give you that vantage point of what we're looking at here. You can see that they have that 410 ramp that is closed off the Interstate 10 West. They have that ambulance up there. That is the stolen ambulance in question. What we do know about that is not much. All we know is that it's an SAFD ambulance. Where it was stolen from, that is still not known at this point. But we do know is that that suspect who reportedly stole the ambulance is in custody, which is good news. However, that ambulance, the person who was driving that, did crash into other vehicles. As to how many, what we've seen are 2. But those vehicles are no longer there. In terms of injuries and the extent of those injuries and the people inside, that is yet to be determined. Right now, my colleague Roxy Bustamante is actually speaking with San Antonio Police to get a briefing from them as to how this all started and where this ended up at. But again, really, it's certainly a mess in terms of traffic. Here we are right at 5 o'clock rush hour as people are trying to get home from work, obviously from school. But you can see here off the Interstate 10 West frontage road, people are going pretty steadily as much, but it is very much a standstill on Interstate 10 West as people have been there for quite some time. I wish I could just show you just the extent of just how backed up it is, but I can guarantee you from when we got here about 15 minutes ago, it was kind of tough for us to find a parking spot to get to this point. But again, just to recap for you, an ambulance was stolen by a suspect. That suspect is reportedly in custody. It is an SAFD ambulance. We do not know if anyone was inside that ambulance at the time or exactly why it was stolen. In terms of injuries of the other people involved in this crash of when he rammed into those vehicles, we do not know. Obviously, we do know that they have been taken to the hospital, but that is something that we're finding out right now by my colleague Roxy Bustamante. We'll, of course, bring you the very latest at KENS5.com as well as our KENS5 app. But for now, that is the very latest. We'll go ahead and send it back to Stacia, who I know, Stacia, you're monitoring this, and I can only imagine what that map looks like right now.
Yeah, it is all backed up there, like you mentioned, Henry. In fact, what I saw from earlier backed up all the way to Hildebrand. So this is a traffic that you can single lane right now as it's moving through the scene. Here's a 410 ramp that is blocked off as a result of that accident. So think about where Crossroads is around 410 and I-10, and then all the way to Hildebrand. You're looking at least 2 or 3 miles. It is going to take you a while, especially because the service road is backed up too.